Hello everybody, welcome to Sack Time. This is me, the Sack for short, instead of the Sack. And we're going to be playing the Virtual Console version of a Game Boy Advance game called Metroid Fusion. Yesterday, the Game Boy Advance games came out, Advance Wars, Metroid Fusion, and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I actually was doing some recording yesterday, and due to some video errors, I decided to recapture, so it's not going to be quite like a virgin impression, but I'll do a pretty good job, and you won't know the difference, so just ignore this part. Alright, so let's pop into it, and we're going to go play through all the way to the first boss, but we're actually not going to watch the intro because it takes too long. I know, it's weird for a Metroid game to have like a really involved long intro, but that's what we're not doing, because that's some BS. Oh. Suspend point loaded, returning to the game. Okay, cool. Well, perfect. We're right here. And as you can see, I'm Samus running around, doing my thing. So, what I want to go through first are some of the features of the game. You can't actually see this right now, but on the bottom screen, it's mirroring exactly what is up here at the top. Me, Samus, turning back and forth rapidly. Gun consistently on my right arm. Cool. But I can look at an instruction manual while the game is paused, or I can actually play the game while the instruction manual is active, I believe. So that's kind of neat. I can look at the warnings, the seizures, repetitive motion injuries. That's cool, and some other junk. Or I can just go back to having the game play for me. So if I actually touch the screen, it brings up our natural settings, which are the restore point, reset, and settings, which are the button configurations. We can also do screen filtering here, screen smoothing off, and is what we have by default. We can go to like a filter mode, which I'm not exactly a fan of. You can also apparently right-click the thumbstick in. Okay, switch this off and on in-game by pressing R on the gamepad. And it looks like if I do that, oh, there we go. Okay, so we can apply it actively, which I didn't realize. Okay, so you can see it filters everything, makes it look a little bit smoother. I'm not exactly a fan of that. I really prefer pixel art, but for some folks, you know, it doesn't look bad exactly, but just not into my favor. So if you like this, cool, there's an option for it, and if not, well, you don't have to use it. So we'll go back into our menu, and we're going to check out, there's the TV screen for pixel perfect mode, and we can have it, oops, I did the wrong thing. We're going to go to off, which will full screen everything, make it look nice and big. It doesn't look bad at all, but I'm always kind of a sucker for just things being as accurate as possible if there's the option to do so. If not, that's not a huge deal. Plus, when we have it like that, well, we'll go through the settings first. Controller, I did all my button layout. I don't need to show you that. You guys know what I'm doing. I can use this handy-dandy little board that I made. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, let's go exploring a little bit, and we're going to fight the first boss. What's interesting about Metroid Fusion is it's a phenomenal game. It plays remarkably similar to Super Metroid, which is what people have been wanting. I mean, you know, that's sort of like the standard that had been set for so long. People still look at that game and say this is pretty much 2D perfection, and I'd have to agree. Great control. You have access to shooting diagonally forward. You can duck and shoot. You can shoot straight down, straight up, any different angle. And in this one, you can actually hold on to ledges, because Samus is now fused partially with a Metroid by eating its DNA. And so this comes to the point where if you wanted to actually call her Metroid at this point, you wouldn't be too far off. So I relegated my buttons to the ZL being my L button and ZR being my R button. I would normally have missiles, but since I don't currently have them, you can't see me use them. So let's go ahead and find some. And there's no X or Y buttons in this, so the control's been simplified. Oh, also real quick while we're here, BioSigns confirmed, be careful. There was some contention to the release of this game's method because it holds your hand a little bit more actively than other Metroids. It really opens up a lot towards the end, so it's not a lost cause and it's not frustrating at all. It's just sort of a different flow for the Metroid series. But it's still great 2D action, great platforming, great control, so you should enjoy playing it nonetheless. I'm going to go over here and kill one of these space dogs that jumped out of a box. and he releases his guts, which is Metroid DNA. Or something of the sort. The X parasite. I'm sorry, that's actually what it is. The X parasite. And the X has a strength with Metroids in that it loves them very, very much. They grew up together, they're best friends, and so after years and years of kissing, there's no contention between them, and it heals Samus, who is now part Metroid, because her suit is fused onto her body. And so, technically, Metroids are also part of her boobs, just so you're aware. Okay. So here's an X parasite looking really fancy, super CG, 3D render, a bunch of story, yada yada. I won't have you guys worry about that, but see, there is a lot of active story to this game. Conversely, Metroid Prime, which was released the same day, does not have as much active story. There's a lot of story there, but only if you're scanning and looking and finding out for yourself, which is kind of a cool approach to Metroid. And my personal favorite approach is that the story is not really in your face, but it's there if you want it. That being said, the story is still really good, even though it pissed people off because Other M overwrote people's expectations of story, and I didn't have a problem with it, and I love the game so much that I didn't care about the story. But that's just what happens. To each their own. Okay, I've released the lock on level 0 hatches, so go do that. Alright. We're gonna go and run and get some stuff, some supplies. Samus likes carrots, she likes corn, not creamed corn, just regular corn, so we're gonna get some of that. Okay, and there's another puppy dog, he releases his intestines, and we save our game. So here's what a save room looks like. You stand on the platform, and it has to attach magnetically for the data to complete, I'm guessing. I think there's some young men down here. There's a dead scientist and his best friend. His best friend is getting infected, and we're going to steal the infection, but the best friend remains. That is a shame. Okay, I think actually brought 2 missiles up here. I'm going to download the data for missiles, which is interesting. Because missiles are actually just TXT files with like 10 lines of code, and Samus can use them with her suit, which is a DOS-based system. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here with the big D. Samus loves the D. Alright, let's head over there. Any sign of you know, we're gonna go down here. Oh no, I do need the data from up there. I was gonna go do something super cool, but I can't do that, and we'll be coming back there later. Let's not worry about that just yet. This is a great deal. It looks great. Super Metroid, again, being people's favorites, and having any game modeled after that, such as Fusion or Zero Mission, are greatly appreciated. And I hope they do Zero Mission on the Virtual Console. But we're working with Metroid Fusion as a release title, launch for the GBA Virtual Console, and that's great because it's a great game, really great to go through. I believe this also has a hard mode. It's great for speedrunning. It's just got a really good layout, a really good setup, and it looks phenomenal on the TV, as you can see here. They did a good job to make sure they cleaned up the color, so it's nice and bright. And nothing wrong that I can see with this, man. This is just great looking. All right, let's go get some data downloads. All right, I downloaded 10 missiles. Cool. So it's kind of neat because you don't have to hit select anymore. You just hold the R button, which means less is more, because you can do just as many commands. You can still, like Super Metroid, aim up and down individually by holding L, and L will aim you up by default. Press down, you'll aim down, and you can retain that aim by just moving forward. So the simplified control works extremely well, and I was really impressed to find that nothing was lost gameplay-wise. Okay, so I used so much power downloading my missiles that the elevator went out, because the elevator is a 15K file, and all the memory from the missiles ruined that, so don't hesitate to use the missiles. Find a way to the target. I can do that. Alright, we're going. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of targets we've got. Oh yeah, another kind of a cool feature. It comes in handy later is if you jump straight up and then press jump again, you'll somersault forward. Trust me, it comes in handy. Okay. We're going to go in here. This is the vent. This is a venti iced mocha. And those green X-parasites refill our missiles. So we're checking out the air ducts like the movie Aliens, where there's some more captains floating around. It's sad that they got stuck in here, but they did, so we're gonna have to deal with them accordingly. and find out what the cause is. You can also climb up ladders now, which are, you know, or you can still do your wall jump by pressing away and jumping at the same time. Comes in handy, so it's a good skill to practice. Another missile tank, so now we have more missiles, because that's what Samus needs. Alright, let's go to the main deck, kill some dudes. There's a save point. Let's do it just in case, because you never know. I know, but you never know. Actually, you might know. You probably know more than I do, and that's the way of things. Okay, so let's do this. Make Samus proud. Alright, oh my gosh, he lunged. Okay, so there's a big brother over here. Oh, you can't. Whoops. Alright, kill some guys, get some more missiles. Let's jump into that thing real quick, because we can. Oh boy, hold on. I'm getting amped, and I'm not paying attention. There we go. See, we're gonna be fine. Shoot another super beam. Yep. Alright. Oh boy. The young man is getting me. I never said I was good at video games, okay? So, whoops, I ruined it. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're gonna be fine. In fact, that red DNA that just took off is gonna go do something better for somebody else, but I think there's an E-tank up here, so we're alright. Okay. And, there we go. See? Cheat mode activated. Alright, let's head down here. And here is a Metroid brother. And it looks like a big turtle. It's almost like a Bowser. Alright, a space Bowser. Alright. So, boss fights, always a part of Metroid, you know, and what's nice too is they usually unlock new stuff for you to use, or access to a brand new, totally sweet ability. Oops, let me jump into the fire and see what happens. Oh, I got hurt. That's right. Okay, let's kill you. Now, gotta be a little bit careful. Well, I do, because I'm going to die otherwise, and this guy's gonna slam into me. And it's cool, when you shoot him, he actually drops more Metroid goop. So, you're prepared, and see this disgusting booger-covered heart? Eat it. And boom. Samus eats the heart. Morph ball ability recovered. Press down twice to morph. Boom. Okay. So I don't know what that dude was doing with my morph ball data, but he had it. So that sucks for me. Okay. We're gonna go over to a save point, and that will be the end. Boom, boom, boom. See that secret technique? You guys would never have gotten past this part if you didn't know about that. So, kill the dude in the head, keep running, and almost home free. Let's do it. Get to a save point, and that's the end of the game. I beat the game. It's not very long. You know, people are really mad at Metal Gear for being short, but you know, if you play a fraction of the game, then yeah, it's gonna be short. So here you go. Save complete. This has been Sack Time with Metroid Fusion. Thank you guys for watching, because me and Samus and I, sorry, really like taking you on a small adventure through her first boss. And for $8, I think it's $8. I didn't even care to download it because I was excited. It's a great, worthwhile deal for the Virtual Console. It looks fantastic, plays fantastic. You have gamepad support and a virtual instruction manual. A lot of care has been put into these, emulation-wise. So, you know, hopefully further updates down the line will include other cool features for other Virtual Console games. Whatever the case, plays fantastic. Hope you guys enjoy it, and it's highly recommended that if you haven't played a Metroid game before, you start with any of them. This is a great place to start. So, until next time, have a sack time.